Extra Chapter. Peruvian Maca and allegations of biopiracy.
I was not meant to talk about the Maca here, but it was actually a big issue. And so I got more information about it, and I make a resume for you to get to know what happened in the United States and the patents related to this root that is endemic from Peru. Also, I'm gonna leave the link in the description so you can dive into all the angles of this information. But before we get to this, you need to know what is maca. So I'm gonna read it to you, and also its properties. So maca is a root vegetable that grows at 3,500 meters up on the sea level in the Peruvian Andes. It's endemic from these latitudes. Now, benefits of maca root: helps the body manage stress, may help with depression, may lead to increased energy, may help with symptoms of perimenopause and menopause, benefits your bones, boost your libido, may help with male fertility. It's everything in one. It's a very compact root. Now, the controversial patents in the United States. In the 2003, there was a presentation in Havana, Cuba, titled Importance of Patent Information, led by the head of the Scientific Activity Organization at the National Center of Scientific Research. Her name is Dr. Beatriz M. Garcia Delgado, and she provided examples of patents that had been awarded to inventors in developed countries, particularly natural products companies in the United States, Japan, and Europe, that appear to be based on already existing traditional knowledge from Latin America sources, and make aware that micro-producers of natural products in developing countries must be fully informed about the problems that these patents may bring in the future, especially for commercial reasons. Now, the patents presented to the World Intellectual Property Organization were three, and it was requested by two enterprises. One is Pure World Botanicals, and the second is Naturex, which are located in the United States. The first application, was granted on March 3rd, 1999, and published on September 8th of 2000, the year 2000. The second one was granted on July the 31st, 2001, and the third one was granted on August the 6th, 2002. Now, on the 2004, the Japanese enterprise named Towa Corporation sent two applications to patent maca on March the 24th of the 2003, and the second on April 19, 2004. They even promote an alcoholic drink titled an alcoholic drink that contains maca extract by Suntory Ltd. But they never mentioned that maca comes from Peru. I mean, the name Peru was in no part of that battle, in no part in the recipe. Not the name of my country didn't exist on that battle. Now, meanwhile, in the same year, 2004, it was actually the 1st of May, the Peruvian Congress passed the law number 28216, the law protecting access to Peruvian biological diversity and the collective knowledge of indigenous people, and battle against Towa Corporation with the knowledge of the law of biopiracy. We already talked about it, but just to remember you, the definition of biopiracy according to this law is unauthorized and uncompensated access and use of biological resources or traditional knowledge of indigenous people by third parties without corresponding authorization and in violation of the principles established in the Convention of Biological Biodiversity. Also established the National Commission for the Protection of Access to Peruvian Biological Diversity and to the collective knowledge of the indigenous peoples, hereinafter referred to as the National Anti-Biopiracy Commission. The National Anti-Biopiracy Commission. That's what we have here in Peru, fighting for the rights of the indigenous people and also the knowledge. Now, on March 2005, the delegation of Peru presented to the WTO, the WTO is a World Trade Organization, a document titled relationship between the TRIPS. Remember, TRIPS is trade-related aspects of intellectual property rights agreement, and also to the Convention of Biological Diversity, the CBD, and protection of traditional knowledge and folklore. Later, in 2005, the delegation of Peru presented to the World Trade Organization the document Analysis of Potential Cases of Biopiracy, the case of CAMU CAMU. You can see a picture of that fruit. This is another fruit. If the maca increases the testosterone in the man, the CAMU CAMU, it's endemic from the jungle, from the Peruvian jungle, and that increases the estrogen in the woman. So it's something like a Viagra for women. Okay. And in November 2005, a seminar on the topic was held titled New Threats for Peru: How to Deal with Biopiracy. Additionally, in August 2005, INDECOPY, which is the Peruvian National Institute for the Defense of Competition and Protection of Property, published a report titled Analysis of Potential Cases of Biopiracy in Peru.
And so the legal fight continued and continued. It actually started in 1999, but we didn't find out about it. And it was just recently in 2004 where we made the commission to protect our bioresources and, against biopiracy. We were quite late. But anyways, it was during the times when this Japanese enterprise wanted to patent maca. Again, they just wanted to patent maca. That we said, that's it, it's not going to happen. So I'm going to give you a little extract of the text. Actually, this text, this document that I've been studying in order to give you this extra information, it's going to be in the description. You can click on the link. So it goes like this. While there are innumerable pro and cons arguments concerning to the ethics of bioprospective and patenting medicinal plant extracts and their uses, it is exceedingly clear that there exists an enormous north-south division in perception between those seated at the source of the traditional knowledge, in this case the indigenous people of the high Andes, and those who believe that they are innovators of that knowledge. For example, researchers and product developers and phytomedicine companies in the United States, Europe, and Japan. This huge gap in perception is evidenced by public statements that have been reported by a former executive from Pure World. His name is Qun Yi Zheng P.h.d. He said, "We really enhance the equity of maca itself. We shouldn't be blamed. We should be thanked." More recently, Zheng was quoted as saying Peruvians should not be so narrow-minded, but should instead be grateful. After we studied it, put money into the research, maca has become a useful commodity. Okay, and we continue. Nevertheless, according to Kilhams, another representative of the enterprise called Pure World, he said, Pure World erred in not sharing the patent rights with Peruvian communities. They didn't do anything illegal, but it really was the last days of a particular way of doing businesses. Antoine Dauby, or maybe I'm just mispronouncing this name, it says Antoine Dauby. I'm going to put his picture there just in case. Dauby, marketing manager for both companies, declared that we acknowledge that maca's beneficial properties were long ago discovered by indigenous Peruvians. He writes that the Pure World patent lets them grow, sell, and use maca as they have for centuries. Our patent is for the extraction and isolation of maca's key ingredient, and nothing else. That was back in 2007. As a good faith gesture, he wrote, Naturex is offering to grant free licenses to Peruvian companies to use Pure World's Maca Pure register, the brand, in their products. Dauby also noted, at Naturex, we believe in giving back to the communities where we do business. That is why we will open a corporate foundation in 2007 that will make social and economic development grants to these communities, including in Peru. In addition, Naturex is a member of the United Nations Global Compact. I haven't checked that association yet, but For sure I will. Which means we believe in responsible corporate citizenship. In addition, according to Dr. Zheng, when Pure World was asked to help the Peruvians analyze the level of maca meats and macanes in their products, Pure World offered its assistance. Further, when the Peruvian Maca industry encountered a problem regarding authorization for sales of maca in European countries, Pure World shared safety data with them to help them overcome regulatory barriers in the EU market. Now, this was until the 2007, but in the meantime, all the Commission anti-biopiracy, they were working because they were just not happy about it. So in the 2019, just right before pandemic, in November, and I got it right here. Oh, here. September 29th, 2019, this is what happened. Cases against biopiracy, Peru won. Faced with legal actions, I repeat actions, sorry about it. Anyways, the applicants decided to withdraw the applications from the Chinese patent system. And if you take a look at the picture on the left, that has been taken from this document that they announced on the 29th of September 2019 that we won the patents. I mean, so the Chinese enterprises stopped from the applications to get the patents of this Peruvian product, endemic Peruvian product. It says there are 47 patents. You know, it says, for example, maca, sangre de grado, sachain, shitara, yacon, camu camu, pasachaka, ambrosia. So it's a total of 47 cases, but imagine how many other products in our bio industry had been already tracked by some enterprises, and for sure they will be trying to patent them. Now that we have the Commission against the biopiracy, for sure laws are going to be more tightened up and more strict. But just to give you an idea, that thing that you eat is just not the fruit. Behind that fruit that's going to be good for your skin, and you're going to look beautiful and healthy and slim and with muscles, whatever, you know, the picture that they sell. Behind all of these products, there's a big problem, you know, and most of these big problems are not going to cause that deeper damage as it will cause to the communities that actually live in the same place where all of these macro enterprises get that natural product, get the active component in order to make all of these products that are going to make you look beautiful and happy and I don't know what else they sell these days. I think it's muscles, be happy and beautiful. So but remember what happens behind that. We're going to continue to the next chapter, and we're just getting close to the end of this research.